AI tools can help you with every step of writing your story. They can help you brainstorm, they can help you organize, they can even draft prose. But here's the truth, they can also sabotage you. We all use tools to make our jobs easier. But a tool is only as good as the person using it. If you don't know how to use the tool that you're trying to use, the AI, you aren't going to write a masterpiece. You're just letting a machine mess around at your expense. I want to talk about how to use AI to accentuate strengths and cover weaknesses. The goal being to keep up momentum without getting rid of your imagination, the soul of the story. The first step to using AI effectively isn't really learning the software. It's really understanding yourself. You have to know thyself. See, I don't use AI to do the work for me. That isn't the goal. I use it to keep up momentum. I don't want to get bored. I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get frustrated and quit. I spent years doing that. I had to identify the problems I faced, and then I could start using modern technology to help make up for those problems. Problem is, get bogged down trying to find the perfect name. I had to learn that there is no such thing as a perfect name. So I started using the website fantasy name generators and others to create dozens, hundreds of different names. And then it's a matter of finding something you like that fits the story. No more just sitting there, hoping that inspiration strikes. Problem. Trying to flesh out an idea, and just nothing's coming to me. Well, I use ChatGPT to farm for ideas. Instead of just sitting there trying to think of something, waiting for inspiration to whack me upside the head, I can generate dozens of different ideas if necessary, and then go through and pick out what I want. Change it how I like. Ignore the rest. Problem? I get frustrated, stuck trying to write. I go off on tangents. I get bored, lose focus. I use pseudo-write to keep me on track. I use it to generate the prose, but then I'm the one guiding it every step of the way. So it's simply a tool I use to keep up momentum. That's the goal. It's to stay in that flow state. You know, if you're hitting a roadblock, something that makes you want to give up, that's where you want to try to use AI to help. But you are still the one in the driver's seat. Next, you need to pick the right tool for the job. Or, as you might say, the right tool for the right job. I use ChatGPT and pseudo-write, as I said, but I know, because I've learned, to use them in the right ways, at the right times. You know, you don't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture. You know, you have to use the right tool when you need it, how you need to. Free AIs like ChatGPT are perfect for brainstorming because they're free. You can get dozens, hundreds of different ideas for anything you might need them for. But it's great at generating lots and lots and lots and lots of different ideas and variations of ideas. Keep what you want, get rid of what you don't. Sudowrite, on the other hand, is a paid subscription tool. You get a certain amount of credits every month. You can buy packs of more credits if you need them. And then those credits are used for all of its AI tools, fleshing things out to actual prose generation. You don't want to use it for brainstorming because you're going to waste money doing that. Sudowrite is made by writers for writers. It's always being updated, new features are being added, and I have found, at least for me, it is the best tool I have found for organization and prose writing. But you need to use it at the right time in the right way. Now for a little reality check. Even the best AI has quirks. And you've probably seen some of them. Certain punctuation that they like to overuse, repetitive phrasing, shivers down the spine, sometimes weirdly formal dialogue, or first time syndrome is one that you see a lot. That Sudowrite has a problem with first time syndrome. A character will have done something for the first time even though they just did it 10 paragraphs ago or whatever. To get the best results out of a tool like Sudowrite, you both need to learn its quirks, but it starts with you. You have to fill out the story Bible in Sudowrite, and you have to write clear directions. Scenes is how it functions when you're generating prose. But even with all of that in mind, again, you have to get used to the quirks, and you're going to have to learn to edit them out. And sometimes that might mean deleting entire sections of text. That's the nature of the beast. It is a tool. It is not a replacement. The AI can never replace your taste, your narrative sense, your genre sense, and your ability to see the story as an entire structure. Think of it like a movie. With really good character profiles, the AI can be your actors in the story. With good world building, the AI is your set designer. But the AI can never be a director. That's your job. You have to decide when a take is good, when a line needs to be cut, where the story is headed. The AI can bring the things that you've given it to life, flesh them out, but you have to be the one that provides the vision. Now, if you want to be the one that's in the director's chair, you need to have some help, especially if you're new to this. So I've got a couple of things I want to tell you about. I put together a free tool, call it the GPS Story Map, and it's designed to help you map out your narrative with as much or as little structure as you need. You can find the link to that in the description, and it's basically my take on the hero's journey, or Save the Cat, or Romancing the Beat, all of those different things, but I find it's my method. It's a bit more flexible than the more rigid, structured ones. Second thing I wanted to tell you about is, if you are really ready to dig in deep and master how this all works, I have created a workshop called the Organic Writing with AI Workshop. And inside, we really get into the nitty-gritty of how to use these tools to create your own story without losing your voice, your vision in the process. And I made it so that it is very clear and actionable in how it works. You can learn the basics in a weekend and save your tears for another day. So basically, don't let the tools run the show. You're the one that's in control. The tools are there to help keep your momentum and to actually finish a story. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.